Hi, Michelle here, Thrifting 101. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're stopping in. Today I have a rather eclectic haul for you. I found a little bit of everything, and I have some friend mail to share with you. Hope you enjoy. I'd like to start this video out by thanking a few people who sent me some friend mail. This week was a very exciting week for me in friend mail. I'd like to thank Jackie in Alabama. She knows I like to collect ashtrays, and she sent me these two gorgeous little mini ashtrays. Thank you, Jackie. I love them. And I would like to thank Richard in Rhode Island. He knows I found my first piece of Luray, and he has quite a collection himself, and he was kind enough to send me this plate. Now I have two pieces, and I'm on the lookout for more. Thank you, Richard. Just when you think you know everything there is to know about something, I always find out a little bit more. And I'd like to share some information I found out about butterfly gold. I thought it was really interesting. Corel produced them in 1970 to the 1990s. It was the most popular Corel dinnerware, and some say the most popular American dinnerware in history. And it hit its peak, butterfly gold did, in the late 80s. And they said that 35% of American households, which translates to 75 million people, were using the butterfly gold at the same time, which is quite a lot of households. And in 1971, a 20-piece set, which is about what I have here, sold for $19.99, and it was designed by Gregory Miro. Interesting facts. I found all of this beautiful Corel butterfly gold pattern. It's in mint condition. There's not a scratch on it. I doubt it's ever been used. I saw it at the Enjoy store in the beginning of the week, and it was $24 for this set of, I think there's 20 pieces here. And that was a little much. I didn't want to spend $24, but they did have half price day, and I got all of this for $12, which was well worth the money. I have some saucers here. I have some bread plates. I have 4 saucers. I have 6 bread and butter plates. I have 4 lunch plates. I have, I think, 6 dinner plates. And the best part of all is I have this oval platter, which will pay for all of this itself. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to sell it. I did pick up some cups. They're Pyrex. These are, I picked up for 50 cents, which I'm going to try and sell maybe separately with the saucers, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to sell this lot. If anybody's interested in butterfly gold, let me know. I have a lot of pieces here. Butterfly gold, the Corel pattern came out in 1970, went all the way to the 1990s. Pyrex introduced the butterfly gold compatibles in 1972, and they ended their run in 1981. In 1975, Pyrex combined all their Pyrex butterfly gold tableware and glassware, etc., and put it into a category that they call tabletop ware. Picked up this beautiful German Bavarian cake plate for $1.25. It was half price. I couldn't pass on it. It's in really nice condition. And the back stamp was a little blurry. I did a lot of research on it, but I do sometimes what I like to do is go to my friend Dee at Living the Good Life. She does a YouTube channel, and she's an expert on Prussian and Bavarian china and porcelain. So I asked her to help me date this. And we decided that because it said Germany and not made in Germany, that it probably was before the 1920s. After 1921, the back stamp said made in Germany. So we're guessing this might be between the 1870s and 1920s is the back stamp, probably more likely the 20s for this gorgeous piece. And I'm going to ask about $25 for it. I paid $3 for this couple here, although now that I look at them, they're not a couple because they have different back stamps, but they're both from Japan. They're both imports, probably dating from the 50s, I would say, to the 70s. And they have a really nice colonial or Victorian, I think colonial costumes on. And I'll probably sell them for about $5 to $10, not too much. Great find right here for 50 cents. It's Fire King in the Swirl Azurite pattern, which I hardly ever find. I think actually this is only the second piece I've ever found, so I'm going to add it to my tiny collection. I don't know if it shows up well on camera, but it's a really pretty blue milk glass, and they produce these in 1950, and a 7-inch salad plate alone sells for about $4 or $5. We zoomed in a little longer so that you could read about the art of choken yourself. They were made in Japan, and it's a really cool process, and as you saw that they are 24 karat gold. This one is a set with the black rim, and this one with the white rim, but the same pattern, the same ducks, and they're simply gorgeous. I used to run into a choken a lot. I haven't seen a piece in a couple years. Was lucky enough to find two. I only paid $1.50 for both of them. They're 6-inch decorative plates, and they sell for about $10 a set. I paid 25 cents a bowl, so that's 50 cents altogether, for these two Anchor Hocking milk glass cereal bowls. And there are no chips, no cracks. They're in really nice shape. And I have so many milk glass Fire King mugs that I'm thinking it's time to start selling them off. So I might pick a few out and sell them off, maybe with a bowl and a mug, or 2 bowls and 2 mugs, but something like that. I paid $2 for this ceramic vase, and I simply fell in love with it. I've never heard of the company. It's called Potluck, and the pattern is called Flirt, and it's in the persimmon color. I did do a little research, and I found out that there is a Potluck pottery company in Seagrove, North Carolina. I don't believe it's affiliated with this. I did find some of this pattern, which I simply love the ruffles on top of it, in yellow and some in white. Nobody knows when they're produced out there. They do have it on replacements.com without a date. I don't know if it's still in production or what, but you don't see it very often out there. When I did some research on it, putting in Potluck, I came up with a lot of recipes for crock pots, and believe it or not, a lot of marijuana websites. So I kind of gave up after that, and I'm simply going to keep it and put some flowers in it because it is beautiful. They do sell for about $18, and like I said, you don't run across them often online. I picked up this piece of Lenox Temperware. It's in the fire flower pattern. It's a gravy boat. They produce these between 1974 and 1988. I picked it up at the Goodwill. It was half price yellow this week. I had seen a bunch of pieces in this pattern. I think they have an oval roaster and maybe a casserole dish. They were super expensive. This was the least expensive piece I could find, even at half price, so I did pick it up. It reminds me of my youth. If you grew up in the 70s, it'll probably remind you of your youth too. Lenox introduced this pattern Temperware as the first informal dinnerware that matches beauty and strength. It's freezer to oven to table and dishwasher safe, and it's called a super ceramic. Came in lots of different colors. And this might sound a little queer, but I'm going to say it anyways. When I first saw it, my first thought was of the Bob Newhart show, which I still love to watch in reruns. I think they must have had wallpaper or something like this in their kitchen, but that's what it reminds me of. Anyways, they sell for about $12. This is Alpine White by Hazel Atlas. I paid 50 cents for it. I love the bluish tint to it, and I just kind of picked it up because I thought it was pretty and I was familiar with the pattern, but I was surprised to find out that they sell for about $6 a bowl. Picked up this set of 2 decorative hanging plates by Seltman Weeden, or Weeden, if you're German, I think you call it Weeden, for $3. They sell for about $25. I like the nice sepia tones to them, and they were in really pretty condition. They probably date to the 1970s. I picked up 2 sets of Ainsley bone china, English bone china, for $3 for both sets. And I think they were made in the mid-1930s by the back stamp and the pattern, which I couldn't find the name of the pattern, but they did make a lot of gold and maroon patterns during that time with the same style handle there. And I sell them for about $30, $40. Set of 2 Chronister Bavarian cabinet plates. They're highly decorative and they're both in great condition. I paid $3 for both of them. I'm going to ask, I think, $20 for the pair. They probably date to the late 70s, early 80s. I hope you enjoyed my latest video. I want to again thank Jackie and Richard for their wonderful gifts. Have a happy Easter, a happy Passover, and a happy weekend to everybody. See you again real soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment. I have electric call for you. It's a electric call for you. Excuse.